Alright, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 getting underway. Will it... Oh, my chat's all fucked up. Sorry about that. Fixing that. Jungle target ban. Oh, damn. There's that Wukong ban, as I hope to see from Feederino, Pleaserino, a Muma ban as well, and the Pantheon ban. So again, Pantheon has been super strong in a lot of games. Nothing fancy. Pulled the Pantheon out as well. But now, what? IG Eric? Did you change your name? How is there two different... How is there two different... It's like two different IG Eric accounts. Like, I don't even... Oh, okay. It's just showing up weird on my... Oh. Weird on Chrome. I am magic, but no worries. So magical. He changed his name in mid-progress, so... Replace the cap sometime. Yeah, I just saw that. I just realized that. I was like, what the hex? What the hex? So, we are going to have a... LG and LG. LG and IG maybe. That's what he's saying. Is maybe there's two different ones, but I don't think so. I think it was just playing with the caps, kind of going back and forth on those caps. So, Ralph's Legend starting us off with the Jinx in the jungle. Are we going to see a Jinx jungle? Jinx jungle, OP. Let's see if we can see a Jinx jungle in this game. I don't think so. I think that Jinx is going to be traded out. They just wanted to pick a ADC that they were really confident and wanted to make sure that they had that. Miyuki grabbing up that Lulu for the top lane. So a lot of trades here. Nothing fancy. Had that top lane Lulu last game. Now they're going to have it. Team Feederino, Pleaserino did have the Lucian last game. So we'll see if Lucian will be effective this game. No. Miyuki grabbing up a Orianna this game. So Team Feederino, Pleaserino last game was against the Orianna. This game will have it. Let's see if they decide to keep it up. TV Sonic grabbing that Lulu, had that Lulu in the top lane, did fairly well, didn't stop Amumu's late game pushes, but was a huge team fighting potential when those fights broke out. That wild growth being the major reason that so many team fights were won by Nothing Fancy, and they're more than likely going to have her again. Merciful Vendetta went towards the mid lane, was on the, what was it last game? I think Merciful Vendetta was the Orianna last game, and now is going to be playing the Cassiopeia this game. So he only posted the video when he won. In that video he said he lost plenty before that. So Bucky's going to take the Jinx. He wrecks with that attack speed OP. Oh, he's been banned out of Jinx. Yeah, Jinx hasn't been banned the last couple of times, so broke the meta with the Jinx jungle and he won. Oh, okay. Seen somebody broke the meta with the Jinx jungle and won. He only posted the video where he won. He said he lost plenty of times before that. Got it. Okay. So apparently Jinx jungle can sometimes, in rare occasions, work, but not always. Interesting. So we have a Renekton pick. That could be a Renekton jungle. That could be a Renekton top, and instead be a mid lane Lulu. Might see a trade here. Shades of Shadows going with the Rumble teleport with that top lane. Rumble is very effective when it comes to team fights, but his ultimate, if he places it right, can do it. However, to me, Rumble has seemed very underpowered in the last several games that I've casted that he has been in. So we'll see if Rumble can get the damage that he needs. Really needs to go full AP to be the true damage dealer. Not very good at playing tank, and not very good at playing full, unless he goes full damage. So we've already played the first few games. This is game 2 out of 5. It was stupid to do Jinx jungle against Vi. Definitely trade just a priority pick. Yeah, exactly. So team, I actually should put that in here to show that team Nothing Fancy won the first game. So let me go ahead and do that here and say 1 Nothing Fancy and Team Feederino, Pleaserino, 0, not 1, 0. Okay, so Bucky relies on Jinx the first game while he wasn't banned out. Feed prioritized ban. Yeah, they're gonna trade that Jinx for sure. I just want to see what their jungle pick is, as Wukong has been banned out. What is Ralph's Legend actually going to jungle? It might be the Renekton. So it could be a mid lane Lissandra. And we have a Teemo. Teemo could be in the mid lane unless Rock1777 is just kind of trolling a little bit and saying, hey, we got that Trimble. So Rumble isn't underpowered. Nobody just knows how to play him. That may be that may be, it is going to be another Janna pick. Janna was extremely beautiful, a great pick for Nothing Fancy last time. Rock 1777 is just so comfortable on that Janna, picks her every single time. Over to Team Feederino, Pleaserino, Darthvin considering grabbing up. Wait, go back to the team mode. Maybe not. Maybe. I know that Zillion is hugely effective. And I think that actually won them game 2. No, it won them game 1. No, it was the Zillion support pick, game 2, Nothing Fancy versus Samsung Cardboard. That's what they used to win, was that, Morgana still available. Morgana, hugely effective, continuously banned out in Silver Elo unless she's picked. So it could be Morgana. Great CC, and still good damage all the way. Nothing Fancy, everyone's saying, yeah. Nerval has a huge showing in the world so far. His ult has huge teamfight potential if they can keep everybody. Lemur is playing Zaboomafoo. I think I've told you over and over, but Lemur, you have the best in-game username I've ever seen to date. It's just too good. So they did trade it. Ralph's Legend going to be playing a Renekton in the jungle this time. Renekton has good dashes, can also slice and dice with a stun as well. And then late game team fights, when he uses that ultimate, is so hard to kill, as well as does that AoE. We're going to have a Lissandra. Lissandra is very powerful in team fights and can really good in 1v1 fights as well, as she can ult herself to take no damage or other people to completely negate them. So she could early fights just dump her ult on Orianna, and the rest of the team follow with the damage, and that Orianna is going to be out of the fight immediately. So it is just too good. So hey Zab, drop by my stream sometime. Arsh and I play a lot. Only if you drop by my stream. You stream? Let me check it out. Everyone streams. This is the League of Twitch, don't you know? So I'm going to run through everyone and their champions real fast here. We've got Ralph's Legend on the Renekton in the jungle for Team Nothing Fancy. Merciful Vendetta with the Lissandra in the mid lane. TV Sonic back on that top lane Lulu. Bucky Boy with the ADC Jinx bottom lane. And Rock 1777 with the oh-so-comfortable Janna support pick once again. For Team Feederino, Pleaserino, trying to come back, having, oh wow, for some reason it doesn't show a 0. Oh, I guess it's too long, so let's actually cut that short. Oh, no, it's still not long enough. There we go. Team Feed, please. There we go. Anyway, Team Feederino, Pleaserino, coming back from having not lost that first game. Miyuki on the mid lane, Orianna. Chronofrost with the Lucian in the ADC bottom lane. Shades of Shadows with the Rumble in the top lane. Ash Thresher with the Vi in the jungle, and Darthvin on that Morgana support in the bottom lane. Where is a analyst when you need one? These two teams are back and forth. It is crazy. Merciful Vendetta, did you give a link? What did you get timed out for? Oh, spamming. Please don't spam. Too much up. Too much up. So he is mine, sweet cheeks. Ralph's Legend on the Renekton is going to be crazy to watch, as well as Team Feederino, Pleaserino. What interesting picks. They have, both teams are really team fight heavy. You've got Lulu with the Wild Growth Ultimate going to be knocking up other people. Neural Blade is stuck in traffic. TV Sonic is going to have to leave. They need to swap places. Okay, so they're going to be trading TV Sonic with Neural Blade. So TV Sonic, so Neural Blade is the main one on Team Nothing Fancy that's been stuck, and that's why TV Sonic is taking over. So that's why they've been doing that. So go Ralph! We're going to see if Ralph's Legend can come back. So here we go. IG Eric fitted in here. The team comp of Team Feederino is far superior to that of Nothing Fancy, in my opinion. Renekton jungle is rather weak, but Ralph is godlike. Synergy between the Jinx and Janna is next to nothing. Zillion would have been much better, in my opinion. I completely agree. And the Lucian Morgana combo could be much more deadly. So, y'all gonna learn today. Yeah. We're gonna learn and see how this Ralph's Legend does the Renekton in the jungle. Haven't seen you play that. It's going to be awesome. A new thing to see. as we get in game. I was just about to say some things, but my prediction is still Nothing Fancy. I still like Nothing Fancy's lineup all the way. So hashtag Nothing Fancy for to win all the way. Purple's not lane in the way that they played last game. They will hopefully get their early lead, but try holding it out until the jungle Nectin is a huge curveball. That is the truth. That is the truth. So, blue team is now changed into Nothing Fancy, and red team changed over to Team Feed Pulls. We'll do that. There we go. Let's go, Daniel Pleaserino. That's what he's hoping for. Mikester King 222. Poll open. Which do you think? I'm once again going to go for vote option number 1. But there's a lot of support for Feederino Pleaserino. Hoping that. Sorry, I need to focus on my game with my friend. Okay, that's fine. No problem whatsoever. I'm going to go ahead and actually drop the music down as it just continues to just play that background. That. Skins coming out here. Scorched Earth Renekton. The Winter Wonder Lulu. So cute. Officer Vi, Blakecraft Oriana, and Ghost Red Morgana. Okay. I had to rush there because I felt sounds like we're in game in just a second here. And I wanted to make sure that I got all those skins out there. Gotta love that Officer Vi and the Ghost Bride Morgana skins. Though the Scorched Earth Renekton, I mean, that would be scary just coming down the lane at you. It's just too ridiculous. Too ridiculous. I wouldn't see that. So, Team Fancy. We'll see which team can win it. Coming up right now. Nothing Fancy. We gotta switch all of this stuff around while we get into games. So there may be a pause to allow me to do this. Nope, I guess not. There's lots of pings though. Nothing Fancy. And switched over to Team Red. Team Feed Pulls. There we go. Alright, lots of pings from red team. They are looking to invade. Team Feederino, Pleaserino. Once again, last game, they were on the side where they had lost the AD in that bottom lane. But this game, they are ready for it. Here they go. There is a ward, and there was not a ward in there, but Jinx put a ward in just as she backed off. So they know that all 5 members are in that bush. What is Team Feederino, Pleaserino going to do about it? They decided to stick around. If somebody face checks that bush, it's going to be really bad for them. Sage or Shadow is coming around south. I guess, lack of communication there. Are they going to go back? Are they going to stay? So it looks like Team Feederino Pleaserino just doesn't have that coordination that they really need. So they finally made the straight up call to go ahead and back off and just head towards the laning. Miyuki headed towards that mid lane. Vi in the jungle. Rumble's going to go ahead and back, and that way he can just immediately head towards that top lane. Blue team, on the other hand, 3-man strong, is looking at invading the red buff. Janna keeping an eye on red buff for her team on blue team's side. So they're going to make Vi pay for this invade. They need to keep pushing up if they're deciding to invade. Yeah, exactly. They either need to decide to invade or not. In the meantime, I wanted to keep an eye on things if the game did happen to start early, but nothing too crazy went down. So now I can put everyone in the correct positions. So Janna already using her ward. Whether she had a potion or not, it's hard to tell. She may have already used her potion, but so Renekton picking up the red buff. Red team saw that. Red team saw that. So Vi may go straight towards blue team's red buff, and it looks like she will be making her way over there. The other thing is Renekton could try to rush around to catch Vi at his red buff and finish her off, and it looked like he may be doing that. You can see him heading down right past his blue buff, headed over. We'll see if that happens. In the meantime, bottom lane, they're both going to be farming. Yeah, this Vi versus Renekton. We'll see if Renekton's coming around. Oh, he's coming around the back lines. He may be coming behind Vi. Vi is trying to clear the red buff, but here's Renekton. He did show up, got the nice stun on the Ash Thrasher can. Vi, get out of there, flashes over the wall. So that's an early flash, but Ralph's Legend follows. Lissandra there's the shield from Oriana, just trying to help her ignite down as well. That is a dead Vi. First blood over to Lissandra. So Renekton greatly making her pay for the initial attempt at invade, and now not only is going to get Vi's red buff, but also his own on top of it. Vi, as a jungler, you have to ward, especially when you're invading the enemy team's jungle. You have to know where that other person is at, and Renekton came from just around behind Vi, and she had no idea that Renekton was there until it was too late. So Ralph, such a god indeed. Again, though, that is mostly Ralph capitalizing on red team's mistake, on Team Feederino, Pleaserino's mistakes. When team, and it's not necessarily about an amazing play here or less amazing play there. It's about capitalizing on those mistakes. Being there when fights break out and being able to finish that. Fancy will never lose. We'll see. Feederino Pleaserino still has an opportunity to upset this untouchable, fancy, nothing fancy team. Feederino's going to rely on the bottom lane to carry them with that Lucian Morgana synergy. That's what we're going to see. So far, this Lucian 17 farm, Jinx at 15, so she's getting up there. Morgana really trying to land some of these dark bindings. Morgana taking a little bit of damage in the mid lane. Lysandra continuing to just throw out those Qs. She is farming a little bit better. 21 farm to the 14 on that Orianna. In the top lane, Shades of Shadows down to about half health here. TV Sonic poking, getting a little bit of damage. Jinx using the zap, just try to get a little bit of a sight, I guess, on see if she can also finish off a minion. Doesn't hurt when that happens. Shades of Shadows play the Amumu in that top lane last game. Instead, going to be playing a Rumble this game. See if that's a little bit more helpful. Rumble's a little bit better push, especially early game, and a little bit of a different team fighting comp in the bottom. So the shield onto the Janna, going to do a nice tornado, but the spell shield from Morgana keep Lucian full health. Both these teams still pretty even, despite First Blood going over to blue team. Blue a little bit about 500 gold in the lead, which is pretty much what somebody is worth early game. But there's that pings. Red team saying back off. Ralph is headed down here. Looks like Lysandra's looking for that gank as well. However, blue team may try to turn it into a early dragon pick, or Renekton's just going to go back into the jungle and continue to farming. TV Sonic just drinking all of her potions, trying to stay up in that top lane. 18 farm to 23. Slowly losing out with that Lulu. However, that's that early Lulu. We'll see if late game Lulu can turn it around. Amumu did very well against Lulu in the top lane in the early beginning of the game. However, it's a team fight late game that was really so critical. Zap almost landing on Darthfin. They've got a ward on that bush. Oh, here comes Ralph just around. Got to back off. Lucian using the dash, but that spell shield is still on him. Stun going on to Morgana. Can they get out in time? The flash from Lucian keeping himself alive. A little bit of damage. Janna down to about 300 health. Rack 17. Chrono Frost wants to re-engage as he is full health in this Jinx down to 200 health. However, Renekton is very, very scary. That is a fast Renekton. Starting with mobility boots, that was literally his first buy after the machetes. He is going to be moving. Purple team should win if they play together, but individually, blue team is stronger. That's what I like about red team, is that when they come together as a full team, they have great synergy, but they really have to do well starting off to be able to make that happen. Bucky Boy throwing out another zap just to see what'll happen. So no lane true domination just yet. Rack 17 once again taking a little bit of damage. Ready as a tornado. Doesn't have any mana actually to do that. Yuki in that mid lane did get ulted by Lysandra. However, now Lysandra going underneath the tower, taking a couple tower shots. Orianna living with that help of the shield, despite the ignite slowly ticking away on her. She's going to be able to make through just fine. This Renekton, that boots of mobility is just crazy on him. I'm amazed that he started with that, so he can really get around the map quick. 8.7k gold, as I say, no true lane domination just yet. However, a little bit of a difference coming out here starting off. 53 on the Lysandra against the Orianna 35. 28 farm on the Jinx versus the 45 on the Lucian. So a little bit of a difference between these two lanes. The 80s and the mid lanes from each team doing well or not so well from their individual sides. Whoa, I did not mean to do that. I'm sorry, guys. We're going to let it go back to the what it should be doing. Well, that's not what I wanted to see. There we go. Jump over here. TV Sonic trying to get a little bit of damage onto Shades of Shadows in that top lane. Going to take some damage back, though. There's the slows from Rumble. Going to be turned into an Adorabus, but going to have to back off from that after TV Shadow taken down to about half health here. Ralph Legends taking red buff again away from Vi. Orianna headed up there. She'll find them both. However, Chronofrost in that bottom lane going to take a tower shot. A little bit of last damage from his Q onto Bucky Boy as both members of blue team make it out alive. So Ralph Legend really using those boots of mobility to full advantage to get in and grab yet another red buff away from Vi. So Vi doesn't have that. That is the second buff that he's been able to steal away from Ash Thrasher on the Vi, and really making that Vi punished. Yeah, Renekton now level 6, Vi level 5, so Renekton's ready and waiting to use his ultimate, but Vi still having to go back to farming to be able to get level 6 is what she wants for that Assault and Battery to be able to get into the enemy team fight. If she came bottom lane, though, that might be a kill on Jinx. She just hit level 6 and got that Assault and Battery. But looks like blue team will be backing off in that bottom lane as Ralph Legend continues to roam the jungle with his crocodile, burning crocodile, so... Sorry, I was talking randomly in TeamSpeak. That's alright, Amy. No problem whatsoever. It wasn't me you're talking to. I know you're talking to Hero. But I wanted to say it's no problem whatsoever. So, I forgot I had TeamSpeak on, so I muted it. Pinging from blue team. Ralph's Legend's just off to the side. He's just going to wander his way through the mid lane. Say, hey, I'll catch you later, Lissandra. I'm going to head over to blue buff. Do you want it? Maybe you want it? Yeah, there he pings blue buff saying, hey, Lissandra, do you want to come grab it? Both these teams playing a little bit safe. Starting us off here. Morgana and Janna both grabbing the sight stones for that bottom lane, have pink wards as well. Those biscuits of rejuvenation going to heal them up a lot in that bottom lane each time they back. A little bit of a difference in that starting buy though. Jinx with another Doran's and the pickaxe, while Lucian grabbed that early BF sword, so he's got a lot of damage. Every one of those Qs is going to chunk Jinx down. And that top lane Rumble getting out in that top lane just alright. Lost a little bit of health, but not too much of a problem. He started off with that, the mask, what is that called? Haunting Guise. So looking to build an early Leandra's Torment more than likely. Gives him health, gives him a little bit of ability power, and that's what he's looking for. Lulu, on the other hand, starting with that Chalice, you're going to have a lot of mana. However, little damage, not that much damage when it comes towards the late game. Chronofrost continue to go back and forth, looking for an opportunity to engage on the enemy team. 12k gold to 11k gold. Blue team taking a little bit of advantage here. Is Renekton in that top lane again. Rumble, be careful. Going to get stunned as well as knocked up with that ultimate from the Wild Growth from Lulu. And that's going to be TV Sonic picking up a kill in that top lane. Shades of Shadows going down. Renekton with another helpful kill in the top lane. So now, not only getting one kill, but very helpful. There's Bucky Boy getting jumped on in the bottom lane. Lissandra here to help out. Uses the ultimate Ash Thrasher. Very low health. Looking for the Assault and Battery. Going to turn it on to Janna, though. He's just going to use her ultimate. And that's going to knock everyone back. Blue team pushing in now. Chronofrost low health. The flash from Merciful Vendetta trying to finish off Lucian. Gonna get a double kill down there. Beautiful job from Lissandra as Renekton heads towards the mid lane to defend there. Morgana just trying to clean up some of the minions. I totally, my brain locked up for a second because Janna used her ultimate, which actually knocked knocked Vi out of the Super Mega Death Rocket from Jinx, and I just couldn't figure out for a moment whether that was purposeful or accidental. Blue team nothing fancy now, capitalizing on the loss of the bottom lane members. Going to be headed right here to grab the dragon, and the smite from Renekton perfectly timed to grab that himself. So hashtag nothing fancy indeed. They've got the first game, and they're doing well this game, but Team Pleaserino interested, or still has a chance at turning it around. Rumble moving in that top lane, getting a little bit of damage with that Fire Spitter onto TV Sonic. Not going to do quite enough to get too much down, so 7 votes, nothing fancy. 2 votes, Team Pleaserino. Lissandra continue to throw out the damage. She doesn't have blue buff at the moment, however, she still has a lot of damage. Lucian going to try to stop this back. Going to take a zap for it, just dodges out of the way with that. Bucky Boy is still hanging around here. Janna as well. They don't want red team to push in and grab the tower. However, they also do want to back as Jinx is out of pots, and so is Janna. In that top lane, Renekton getting ready to jump in. He's got boost of mobility, flashes in, going to get another stun onto Renekton. Wild Growth once again. And that no, I guess he's just going to save it. Ralph's Legend picking up a kill off of Shades of Shadows. Just doesn't, did get the early boot, or did get boots now to try to get some extra speed, but can't deal with the CC from the Renekton, who just used everything to guarantee a kill in that top lane. Dark Binding just missing on Rock 1777. Good try there, though, from that Morgana Dark Binding. Darth Finn throwing one of those out. We'll have those up every couple of seconds, though. More damage onto Bucky Boy. Janna throwing a nice shield. Dark Binding onto Bucky Boy. Will it be enough? There is the, Lucian trying to get him with the Q. Whatever that, oh my gosh, I can't think of. Tormented Soil from Morgana. That's what I'm trying to think of. My brain just failing me for a moment there. Tormented Soil from Morgana, going to do a little bit of damage, but it wasn't enough to keep Jinx around. So she was able to back. Lucian should be backing momentarily. He is about 40 farm above the Jinx, so doing well. 600 gold in his inventory. The Jinx now back and trying to figure out what to buy. She actually didn't buy anything. She just bought 2 pots, headed back to the lane. May look at trying to get that BF number, the 1,550 she wants, before going back again. So she just bought pots. She lived last time, so who says that she can't live this time? That's what I'm saying. 5-0. Team Nothing Fancy, about 3k gold, 2k gold in the lead at the moment. And that 14 minutes in, first dragon was picked up by Team Nothing Fancy, and now they're turning the heat on even more. A little bit of damage onto Rock 1777. Going to go ahead and start chugging those potions. Just got back to lane. Orianna getting a little bit of damage onto Lissandra. Lissandra has such an interesting mechanic gameplay. Another Dark Binding on Rock 77 will be enough. There's that, Lucian with the culling. However, they're trying to get back just enough to stop the Renekton. Lucian going to dash in. The heal from Janna is enough to keep Bucky Boy alive. Lucian tried so hard. Morgana able to walk out of that one. Lucian decided that with Renekton coming from the back line, he may as well full focus on the Jinx and try to finish her off. But a great Janna heal at the last second kept Jinx alive, and that's what truly matters. So now in that bottom lane, Jinx is going to be able to free farm and slowly catch up on the farm that she's been desperately missing out so far this game. Lucian picking up another pickaxe and a couple extra pots before heading back to lane. A little bit of a tornado onto Morgana. She's going to have to play a little bit safe if she's down a little bit of help. Ash Thrasher trying to make Renekton punish for invading her lane. He's going to dash through the wall and continue to chase. Orianna, though, going to shield her. Will it be enough? Lulu showing up as well. That Lissandra ult is the guaranteed death. There's no way the Vi's going to be able to get out of that one. And red team making their way back to their base. Morgana going to get knocked up in the air. What is she going to be able to do? She throws down the ult onto Bucky Boy and a Dark Binding. Darthvin picking up that kill, is going to get snared, but now damage turned on to Rock 17 as Lucian comes in here. Another Dark Binding could be the death of Janna, but she's going to tornado her way to safety. Merciful Vendetta with the blue buff headed back towards that mid lane. Vi went down again, gave the double buff over, I think, to Lulu. No, it's to Renekton. So gave that double buff over to Renekton, just kind of refreshing it once again. Chase of Shadows going to the top lane, trying to get a little bit of damage, but he is now 0-2, having a very tough time. Lulu's got a lot of magic regen, or mana regen, so continue to throw stuff out there, use the shields as well. In that bottom lane, though, red team Feederino, Pleaserino, picking up the first tower of the game. Kind of getting a little bit of gold back up there, forcing that Jinx and Janna, or killing the Jinx, and then forcing the Janna to back, allow them enough breathing room to be able to grab that. Look at how adorable that skin is. That is just, no, that's not adorable. That's adorable. I mean, who wouldn't want that skin? I don't understand why everyone doesn't have that skin. It's just so cute. Okay, back to the game. I'm sorry. I love that skin. I have that skin myself, and just had to mention that. It's just freaking adorable. So, everyone is just farming anyway. Big items starting to come out here. BF Sword finish from both Jinx and Lucian, so they're going to have a lot of damage. Rod of Ages on the Lissandra, so she, late game, is going to get really, really tanky. Renekton, having those mobility boots, still moving him around to went ahead and finish the Brutalizer, so he's got a little bit of extra damage on top of that. Nothing too fancy coming out yet from Morgana. I think I already voted. Let's see. Can vote again. Vote 100 times. Jinx coming. Merciful Vendetta finishing that tower off. Janna just around the corner. Darthvin may be able to Dark Bind the Jinx. Nicely done. The Tormented Soil doing some damage as well. But now Renekton's chasing in onto Morgana. He's got movement speed boots, so he's really fast. However, our blue team just going to head towards this dragon, which will be up in about 15 seconds. Lulu headed down from that top lane as well. So now both teams collecting here. No wards in this bush here. Nice pink ward there from Janna, making sure that there isn't any pink. Lulu, be careful. Oh, she was joining. Oh my gosh. Lulu was a part of blue team. What am I even saying? So So blue team hanging around here. Dragon is live and available. Red team just kind of wandering in circles, waiting to see where blue team will show up. There's a ward in that bush, so they got a little bit of vision. Now Dark Binding onto Ralph's Legend. They didn't get Dragon, though. Dragon is still available, so if red team wins this team fight, they could potentially go and get the Dragon. However, Rumble already used his ultimate, so that ult is down, which isn't very good. However, getting a little bit of damage, more damage onto Ralph's Legend, slowing him down. This kind of poke back and forth between these two teams, they really enjoy full fights, but the poke will certainly helps lead into the team fight that they want eventually. Blue team backing off from the Dragon, Miyuki and Ash Thresher here on the sidelines, seeing where they can join in. If Orianna gets a nice shield onto Vi as she assault and batteries to the enemy's sidelines, then Orianna could simply follow with a great Sonic Wave, and that's going to be the death. Shades of Shadow straight in on the Janna, finishing her off, and that's going to be Renekton going down. Lucian picking up that kill. Dark Binding going to actually miss. TV Sonic not quite getting there just yet. Rest of red team going to back off now. 5-man strong, so it's a 5-2. Ralph's Legend not tanky as much as he wanted to be, and is going to have to back off from that one, or did die, so blue team are going to back off for the moment, but they're coming back. They might want to try to steal this Dragon. They don't have the jungler. There's that Super Mega Death Rocket, but good timing from that smite by Vi, and she's able to pick it up despite the Super Mega Death Rocket and a zap from Jinx. But hey, she tried, and that's pretty worth. So red team coming slowly back, tied up the gold, doing a nice job there. Now farming in the mid lanes. Ralph's coming out of the jungle looking for, or coming out of his base looking for revenge. Will it happen? Boo, hashtag fancy. Nah, bro. Feederino, Pleaserino's got this. You know it, it's true. Morgana backing off. What did I say about Feederino, Pleaserino? Like, really, honest to goodness, making use of red team's mistakes. And they learn from their own as well. And that's what it takes. So, red team picking up the second dragon of the game, even in those dragons out. In the bot lane, they should more than likely lose this tower. I can't even see. There we go. Tower going down slowly but surely. And they are able to get it. That Jinx auto attack just too strong indeed. However, they didn't push the wave or push the lane at all. So that wave's... Jinx did go back. Okay, I wondered if she'd go back and finish that. Ralph's Legend up here in that top lane. Rumble really trying to play it safe here. Looking at going back and forth just between the edge of the bush and back. He knows that Renekton may likely be up there. Lissandra coming in as well. I don't think he knows that. Lissandra coming up. Ralph's Legend using that shield boost to speed him back underneath the tower. Will they go for the tower, or will they just try to grab him? Going to use the ultimate to clear some of the winning wave. Ralph's Legend jumping underneath him underneath the tower. Vi there to help out as well. Chronofrost now turning on to Rack 17 on the bottom lane. Bucky Boy, nice Dark Binding as well as the ultimate from Morgana. Despite the heal and the... Super Mega Death Rocket, not enough. Jinx went down, and that's going to be Morgana that actually picks that up. Here's the teleport in from top lane Lulu. TV Sonic now trying to get in on this Lucian. Nice knock up there from Janna. Is that going to be enough, though? He's starting to use the culling, but I think the Janna's slow, and that's going to be the end of him. Lulu picking up that one, TV Sonic, with a nice teleport in that bottom lane. However, that meant they did not get that top lane turret. Instead, gave it up for a kill on Lucian in that bottom lane, who's now 1 and 3. Jinx, though, 1 and 2. Both of these ADs having finished an Infinity Edge. Rod of Ages finished on that Lissandra, and now picking up a Needlessly Large Rod as well. Orianna has a Needlessly Large Rod already, but doesn't have enough gold to really do much other than just have that Chalice of Harmony. Renekton, Ralph's Legend, headed towards that top lane just to kind of clear those minions, make sure that Rumble can't push that lane out even harder than he already is. Got the Blasting Wand, so really looking for this Leandra's Torment before too much longer. I think he's got some pretty good... he's got 1,500 gold under his belt, so the next time that he backs, he'll be buying some really big items with that. Needs to see Large Rod finish on the Lulu, so Lulu really looking for the damage. She's not really going for the tank route, not really going for the CC route, really looking for some heavy damage. So 8 kills to 4. Almost tied up in gold. Blue team just slightly in the lead, nothing fancy. This was just about where it was in the last game. They waited till about the 24-28 minute mark before Nothing Fancy made a huge play and got like 4 kills off of it, as well as I think the Dragon and Baron. And that was really what turned the game in their favor. And so both teams still pretty even across the board at the moment, even though it looks like Team Feederino, Pleaserino. I mean, again, I just say this over and over again. Team Nothing Fancy certainly can get a bunch of kills. However, every single time Feederino, Pleaserino is able to stay up there and farm alone, keeping up there with the gold. The 116 farm on Rumble, 181 farm on the Lucian. It's actually Rumble slightly losing and Orianna slightly losing in the mid lane. However, I guess it's that Lucian extra 80 farm that really changes that fight. He's really just a much more solid AD than the Jinx is. However, the Nothing Fancy did win last game, so game's not over just yet. Ralph's Legend taking that top lane turret, but now engaged down here. Merciful Vendetta ulting herself to try to stay alive. The calling as well. Janna trying to heal them, but not going to be enough. Lucian picks up the tower kill, and then Morgana finishes off the Janna. That is a very low health Lissandra, though. Jinx now headed towards the mid lane. Not really going to be able to catch anybody out. Uses the zap, but that is a kill and a tower over to Feederino. Trading towers, but got an extra kill on the Janna, which isn't huge, but still nice to have. So Escape, thank you for joining in. I've actually been up to like 70 viewers before, so 45 is really nice, but it's nothing too shabby to shake a stick at. Still really helpful as we are in the second game of the night. Not quite finished yet, as we're going to be doing a best of 5 game. Chronofrost clearing off these minions one at a time. Shade of Shadows doing the same thing in the top lane. Warning, 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 warning. So red team's still 1,000 gold behind despite getting a kill on Lissandra, on Janna, because Janna wasn't really that valuable. Now if they could get a kill on Lissandra, that would be great, as it also give them shutdown gold. She is currently 3-0, but blue team really pushing in, got a lot of wards in this, everyone thought that somebody was going to hit that ward one last time, the pink ward. Now headed out, Dragon will be up in about 40 seconds here. Red team slowly making the way there. Red team does have enough time to collect. Ralph's Legend is waiting around the corner. These are some of the higher things that you can't see this team right now. Whoop! I didn't mean to do that. So if we go over to red team's vision, they have no vision on that. So they could jump out here. They're going to try it, flashing over the wall. They're going to jump on, and that is going to be a dead Vi. Rumble as well, with a lot of damage. Orianna pulling nice 3 people in together with her shockwave, holding them for the moment. Lucian from the sidelines with the calling, just going to do a little bit of damage. And now blue team, knowing that they got the jungler out of the way, could potentially safely go and get the dragon. However, red team is not going to give it to them that easily. Morgana coming in from the sidelines, trying to get a little bit of damage in. Put down that sweeping lens just to make sure that there's no wards there. Red team really lacking on the wards. May give this dragon over. It just came up. Nothing fancy able to do that. So, ooh, it's more. It is nothing shabby to shake a stick at. Renekton grabbing up that dragon. Red team though didn't get there in time to be able to defend it. They were instead trying to run around their jungle with some wards. Keep an eye on things. Not going to land it though. Blue team pinging that top lane. We say, hey, we got to defend this tower up here. Don't want people getting up here to finish off this top lane tower. We want to make sure that we have as many towers as possible. They have blue team with 3 towers, nothing fancy, while team Feederino, Pleaserino at 2 towers, struggling just a little bit behind. They lost the Vi and they lost the dragon, so now they're about 2k gold behind once again, but they have come back from that over and over. So, yes, you're talking about that. Scafe, thank you for joining us today. Glad to have you come back as well. So, blue team throwing out there. They're looking for opportunities to jump onto people, but they're just going to back off from this one. 4-man, I guess, red in the mid lane. Rumble, the only one who's back at the base. He is up, but maybe waiting to buy something before backing off, finishing off. Oh, he's just having up a lot of armor. Oh, he's tossing armor back. He picked up 3 cloth armors. Oh, he picked up 3 potions instead. So he picked up 3 cloth armors and then tossed a cloth armor back to buy potions instead before heading towards the mid lane. So just tired of Renekton's damage as well as the Jinx damage. He's going to buy a lot of armor. Has the Abyssal Scepter, which is going to be really nice. They can see this Janna. Oh, just dodging Darth in. Throwing out that Dark Binding, not going to land. Uses the Spell Shield on herself in case Lissandra tried to go all in on her. Not going to land, though. One nice Spell Shield from Morgana can negate an entire Lissandra ultimate, though, which is incredible to see. So, LY, Jake? Oh, love you, Jake. Ah, got it. Love you too, Escafe. Love you too. Glad to have you join us. So, blue team, once again, playing a little bit of a sneaky team composition. Red team doesn't see them. There he's good. Oh my gosh, I completely missed that. Gonna go in. Gonna do a lot of damage. There's the teleport as well. We're gonna actually back that up and slow that down because I completely missed. I completely missed What's going on? Move the camera, which is terrible. So director camera should be taking over. So we're going to slow this down here. Ash Thrasher coming in here. Rouse the Legend leaping straight in. Gonna get the slow from a distance. Dark binding onto the Janna. Lissandra going ahead and using a little bit of damage onto Ash Thrasher. Snaring her in place. She's going to Sullen Batter directly onto Jinx. And the Orion ultimate going to pull Jinx. Bucky Boy solo out. Shades of Shadow coming in with that fire. Everyone sitting on the Janna ultimate. However, Lucian getting ulted by Lissandra, will it be enough? Red team now slowly backing out, blue team backing off as well. Not interested in just continuing the fight yet. Merciful Vendetta, the chase from red team. They're looking. Flash from Chrono Frost. He wants last bit of damage. Brown Rouse Legend turning it around. She's a Shadow trying to take Lucian, picking up that kill. However, there's a lot of low health people on red team. Now Darthin backing off. Chrono Frost is still alive. Going to be knocked up. Lulu picking up that kill as well. Miyuki and Darthvin, the only two people. So it could have kept it alive at 4 and 4. 1 kill each. But instead, red team got a little bit greedy and pushed in. And that's going to be the death of 2 more people. They did finish off Rouse Legend on that Renekton, but not going to be enough. There's the ultimate Super Mega Death Rocket. Snipes the Morgana. Lissandra wanted to be there to help out. I was just watching it head down the mid lane. It was going to hit one of them. It was guaranteed to hit one of them. So not only got a mid turret as well off of that, but now also going to get possibly this other turret. Vi coming in, a little bit of damage onto Janna. She's going to shield herself and back off from that one, saying, hey, okay, we're done. We're kidding. You guys can keep your tower. So 13 kills to 6. Nothing fancy once again in the lead. They really, again, at about that 25-minute mark, they said, hey, we're going to make a big play, and that's going to push us to the advantage. But now, red team, they're going to start this Baron more than likely. It looks like it. There's that ping. Blue team saying, hey, watch this Baron. Got to clear that pink ward. Make sure that the vision... Oh, that's still there. Still there. I was going to say, Shades of Shadows, what are you doing? Lulu coming around the sidelines. Red team says, we didn't clear it fast enough. There was that pink ward. Let's go ahead and back off. If blue team wants to come waste their time and try to check the Baron, they can do so, but we're going to back off and head back towards that mid lane and clear some minions. But blue team, with red team's backing off, may decide that they can just get the Baron instead. If red team catches them, though, it's going to be really bad. Ultimate's finally up for a lot of these people. The Shockwave from Orianna, Assault and Battery. What is that ultimate called from Rumble? The Equalizer from Rumble before going down. So the Tiger said that the viewers get 1,000 RP for spectating the tournament. Can I spectate my own game? So I wish I got 1,000 RP for spectating the tournament. Jake, is the tournament you're hosting happening soon? I actually need to go through and edit that information, and I'll explain. I'll probably send a message to a lot of my viewers and explain what's going on with that one. So don't worry, I will explain that in due time. I want 1,000 RP. That would be so cool. 13 kills to 7 kills. Blue team again. They did win that last game. Nothing fancy in the lead by 1 game. However, Feederino, Pleaserino is not just out of the picture yet. Yuma's Ghostblade finished on Lucian, so he's got a bit more attack speed. The Zeal finished on Jinx, saving up for a little bit of a bigger item, I think, with the Phantom Dancer. Talisman of Ascension finished off on that Janna, as well as that Frost Queen's Claim with the Morgana. She doesn't quite have the Zhonya's yet. That's what she's slowly building into. Has that needlessly large rod. Blue team collecting up here. They're really making use of the fact that red team doesn't have enough vision on the ground. And again, I'll say, vision is key in these games. You need to have these wards. Darth Vin, Spell Immunity, not going to be slowed down. A little bit of Dark Binding onto Janna, who says, oh, well, I'll take this time to clear your ward then. All of these 2 sweeping lenses between the Janna and Renekton, slowly but surely keeping red team's vision down. But now red team getting a little jump. However, Rouse Legend being the one to soak it all up. Morgana, no Zhonya's, gonna get the snare, but not fast enough. And now there's that ultimate. So much damage. Red team just destroyed back and forth. They haven't been able to kill anyone. Vi finally finishing off the Janna. Lucian, the only man alive, but 1 man versus 4. What can he do? Zap coming out Kasum as well. Tried to dodge. Ace. Jinx picking up that one. Blue team. Team Nothing Fancy surely playing some good moves. So red team, we're going to back this up once again and actually watch that. So where are we at? Back up one more time. Because these things are critical in these team fights. So red team doesn't have a whole lot of vision in this jungle. They're trying to collect in this bush, play a little bit fancy. There actually isn't any vision from blue team. Shades of Shadows with a little bit of tank going to come out here and throw that poke down. Renekton already using the ultimate, having the shield from Lulu as well. Everyone is going to turn onto Renekton. Morgana already using the ultimate. However, it's only hitting 3 people and not the most effective of the Jinx and that Lissandra. Lissandra finally manages to get into the here and actually kills Morgana before she's able to finish off her ultimate, and then ult straight straight onto Lucian, doing so much damage as well to the Orianna and the Rumble. And now the rest of the team just continues to hammer away and finish off each of the other members of Red Team. The Zhonya's from Lulu saving her. She was extremely low health. However, Lissandra didn't even need to Zhonya's herself. Ace over to the Jinx. Ace for nothing fancy, and they have that. They consider getting this mid lane tower before backing off, maybe going for Baron, maybe going for Dragon, or maybe going for the tower after all. Ralph's Legend cleared the minions. Looks like he's headed towards the Baron. Lissandra headed over there. There's the ping. Jinx can use her rockets from across the wall, so that may be what she does. She does have that blue buff as well. She's going to walk all the way around. Okay, so Ralph's Legend like, hurry, Jinx, hurry! I can't tank for forever. Ursula Vendetta only do so much. So Bookie Boy finally getting there to tank. Does she have enough to tank either too? It's kind of hard to say. Can the three of them go back and forth and distract Baron long enough that they can get this kill? Merciful Vendetta so low health. Uses the Zhonya's just to live. Janna finally showing up as well. Using the shield on Bucky Boy. Just turning into a meat shield to stop it. And they finally, with some great micromanaged play between all of the players, get enough damage to finish off the Baron. If Red Team had instantly ran to Baron, one Orianna Shockwave would have finished off all four people, and maybe the Baron as well, so. Alright, Paramecium Kid, catch you later. Good to have you join us for a short while. Red Team still hanging around in the mid lane. They're looking for opportunities to jump on people. Just trying to find ways to defend. They did not lose that middle inhibitor or tower, while Blue Team did slightly push it. However, if Blue Team does want it, now that they have Baron, they more than likely will get it. They have enough poke with that zap from Jinx and the claw from Lissandra that they should be able to slowly siege, especially with that Baron buff. Red Team didn't even respond and get the Dragon. They're so scared right now to get into a team fight that they're not going to do that. Look at them just hanging around the mid lane, just trying to figure out what to do, waiting for that Rumble to get back from the mid lane. There's that ping on Dragon. I don't think that they can get there in time to stop it. So that Dragon will be going over to Blue Team, which will be taking a second Dragon of the game. Red Team did pick up one, but Dragon going over to Team Nothing Fancy once again. Ralph's Legend just being huge this game, 4, 2, and 9. However, I honestly think it's this Lissandra that has just made such a critical impact in this game. 6, 0, and 7, ulting Lucian every time a team fight breaks out. So it looks like Blue Team wants to get this bottom lane turret. They are slowly pushing it. Lulu in that top lane is going to be backing off. Janna headed towards here in case there's a team fight that breaks out. 5 members of Red Team here, just slowly continuing to wave clear. They are pretty good with the wave clear between the Orianna and that Rumble fire spitting. They are able to clear waves without too much difficulty. Really looking for one of these picks, something to pick a member off of Blue Team before they have a chance to respond. Orianna is struggling to get the damage out there. Has a Rabadon's Death Cop now. With the help of Rumble, may be able to turn a team fight and get some really good damage. But Bucky Boyle, with the damage from such a distance, it's going to be really hard. It's going to be really hard. So, this is the second game. Team Nothing Fancy won the first game, and now they're pushing in for the second game here. They are doing very well, 18-8, about 10k gold in the lead. Just finished your game. Congratulations. Yeah, we're still in the second game. Nothing Fancy kind of taking their time, slowly pushing in here. Looks like Lulu is going to be going towards this top lane as the siege continues in the bottom lane. They haven't gotten much damage onto the tower. However, Lulu is now pushing that top lane. Rumble headed towards the mid lane, so it would be a 4v4 in the bottom lane if they decided to fight. Lulu getting up that top turret, just continuing to punish Red Team for sticking around here in that bottom lane. But Red Team doesn't want to engage in a fight without it being on their terms. And Blue Team just very happy to let this thing continue to slow push. There's the dash, assault, and battery, and the shockwave. Not enough to finish off Jinx, though. Renekton jumping straight in onto the Morgana. She gets the Zhonya's stun on both Ralph's Legend and Merciful Vendetta, though she has not taken any damage. Ults herself to stay alive. Now they're going underneath the tower. Ralph's Legend using the ult to keep himself alive. There's the rockets. Jinx too strong. TV Sonic teleported down here to help out as well. The Flash, Bucky Boy, so low health. They were trying to wait for an opportunity to vie to Q, assault, and battery in with the shockwave from Orianna as well, but the damage wasn't enough on Bucky Boy. He just had such a distance, and the ultimate knocking Vi away from Jinx was just such a perfect disengage that they got it. And now red team doesn't have anything to stop blue team from taking an inhibitor and heading towards this mid lane. There's a couple of minions just around the side, so they should be able to go over and grab that. Rumble headed towards the mid lane to try to help out, but nothing fancy has so much damage. Oh, they're just going to back off as well. Playing it safe. Pings on red buffs, and we can go and get that. Should be there. We kind of see that it's not there, but as soon as they walk around the corner, it will be there. Whoop, there's that alarm. Go away, alarm. Grabbing up red buff. Giving it over to Jinx. TV Sonic grabbing up blue buff. So buffs aren't even there for red team to pick up. So yay for nothing fancy. Gotta sleep now. All right, well, later, Amy Angel. Thank you for hanging out. Good to have you join us tonight. And we'll hope to catch you another time. Hope to catch you another time. So 14K gold in the lead. Nothing fancy, slowly but surely dominating. That last team fight, the Janna disengaged so strong, saving that Jinx and just stopping that Vi-Orianna combination from being able to finish her off, as well as not having quite enough damage to really get in and dirty. Vi does have that Black Cleaver, so it does have some damage, but didn't tank long enough to be able to survive, and she's really the only tanky member of red team at the moment, where blue team has that Renekton, Sunfire cape, the shield as well, so he is going to be super tanky. Locket of Iron, Solari shielding the rest of his teammates every time that they go into a fight. Rumble finally finishing up Zanya's. Morgana, if Zanya is done as well. That's been done for a little bit. Red team really on the back foot now. They don't have a whole lot that they can do to finish it off. Orianna still has not finished off Zanya's just yet, so nothing fancy is doing quite well. Zanya's finished on the Sandra, and Lulu as well. It was finished a while ago, but they're continuing to rack up some more items. More needlessly large rods on both of those AP champions. They know that Lulu doesn't have to go tank, considering that Lulu is, or that they have Renekton for that tankiness. And when Renekton ults, he is going to be so incredibly tanky. So they have that main frontline tank Renekton that nobody on red team wants to deal with, and that's going to be enough. I'm surprised that Lucian has not yet built a Last Whisperer to have that damage through all of the armor that Renekton has. He's now finished a Banshee's Veil as well, so he's got a lot of health and a lot of tank. You need to be able to have that Last Whisperer to cut through the armor of the enemy team. They really just don't have anybody they can burst now right now, so missing parameter. Bizarre BLT, you gotta go too. Alright, we'll catch you later, Bizarre BLT. Good to have you. Thank you for joining us for now. Be sure and check back and see who totally won it, because Team Feederino, Pleaserino could turn the game around. One team fight is all that it takes for them to turn it. 21 kills to 8. Blue team looking really strong. Nothing fancy. They kind of want to get this Baron, which will be up in about 10 seconds. They also wanted to catch somebody out if they were going to be checking this out and warding. So 8 votes for nothing fancy, 3 votes for Pleaserino. Capital Paul. The Tiger's trying to get there in that. So there's Baron up. Red team with no vision. Are they going to try to get in and stop this Baron or not? Decide to play it safe. Rumble and Orianna are headed up here. Not sticking together, kind of by themselves. Orianna could get caught out here. She does get a little bit of vision with the ball over the wall. Lysandra jumping over the wall. No, she doesn't. Just pushes Orianna and Rumble back. And blue team picking up a second Baron of the game. Just continuing to further their gold lead now to 15,000 gold as they head towards that top lane and mid lane. Janna and Lysandra clearing up that mid lane very quickly, as in that top lane the other 3 members of Nothing Fancy are up there. Jinx just such a bomb so far with all of that attack speed, so much damage. Nice start binding onto Janna. Rack 1777 taking that one to the face. But in that top lane, blue team's looking at grouping together. That Janna and Lysandra headed up here. There's that culling from Lucian with the wave clear, being able to finish off the minions. Dark binding from Morgana almost landing, but not quite. Darthvin just not having the damage or able to stick enough CC for the rest of the team to engage off of that. Back, my Twitch wasn't working. I had to reset my PC. Well, glad to see you back, creeps. We are in the second game of the evening. Team Nothing Fancy doing well so far. Oh, they got Morgana throwing another ward over the wall. So third ward over the wall. Do they have a pink ward? No, okay. They don't have a pink ward. I was wondering. I was like, how on earth are they continuing to clear these wards? So Shades of Shadows, nice. Spell shield from Morgana, keeping him from getting knocked in the air. He's getting a little bit tanky. He has Zanyas now. He could try to go full engage, but he wants these red team, or blue team, sorry, nothing fancy, to push underneath the tower. He wants to fight underneath the tower. They don't want to be in a fight. They've already lost a couple different team fights by themselves, so I'm about to have a good night, Fancy ATW. Catch you later, Downtown Brown. Thank you for joining in here. A great equalizer from Rumble, but will it be enough? The rest of the red team is so split. Vi, assault and battery straight onto Jinx, but the wild growth keeping her alive. So strong. Equalizer going down. Jinx double kill. Should be picking up a triple kill, no problem, unless the rest of her team finishes him off first. There's that triple kill over to Jinx, finishing off the inhibitor as well. That should be game. Jinx having the attack speed to clear it off. All it takes is Renekton to tank the tower. Bucky Boy saying, oh, I don't want to really tank the tower. Let's do this. Double shields, though. Protect the Jinx combo really working in their favor. 8 kills to 3. Lissandra helping out so strong. And that's how you play a protect the ADC composition. Second game over to Team Nothing Fancy. Played it really, really strong. He is so tanky. Did Feederino try to ban out Ralph entirely? We scouted him for our matches and knew that Renekton was a flex pick. And he's still putting in work. They did a really good job of it. However, Renekton, I would say Renekton wasn't actually all that full. Yeah, they tried to ban Mumu, Pantheon, Wukong. It wasn't as effective as Ralph's Legends' other champions. Like, it was useful. However, he really ran straight tank Renekton, and just no one on Team Feederino's had the opportunity to really do enough damage to stop him. Like, they couldn't kill him, or at least it was very hard to kill him. On top of the rest of the team did such a great job of protecting Jinx that Jinx just killed them one at a time. Vi continued to try to go in on the enemy Jinx with that assault and battery. Orianna tried to follow up, who did really, really well. 0-2 and 4 on a game like that. Not bad at all, as well as the 241 farm. But it wasn't enough. They didn't have enough damage to instantly burst down the Jinx. The Jinx lived through everything that they did. Following the rest of that, all it took was Jinx to then just rocket launch a couple of different people in the face and finish them off. So, huge game. Once again, going over to Nothing Fancy and finishing off a second game of 5. One more game, and they'll be able to finish it off. Go Sion, please, next game. So, we're going to jump to a quick break, and we'll be right back. Thank you guys for continuing to hang out here.